Hello and welcome to another TLC Tutoring Company accounting lesson. In this video, we will be going over how to post closing entries. We did closing entries in our prior video to a 4-column general ledger. Now keep in mind, we do have this workbook available on our website. I will link to that in the description below. So if you'd like to work along with me as I go through it, you are more than welcome and you are encouraged to do so. All right, so we are going to need 2 tabs. I have 2 windows of the same workbook open. We are going to need our closing entries here, closing entries on page 4 of our general journal. And we are also going to need our general ledger. Now keep in mind, when I did my closing entry video, I showed the 2-entry system and the 4-entry system. We are not going to be posting the 4-entry system because keep in mind, when we took a look at those 4-entry systems, that used income summary. Our company does not use income summary. So we are going to be posting these 2 entries to the general ledger, but if you're using a 4-entry system, it's the same idea. You're just going to have an extra account that you have to deal with, which is income summary. So let's go ahead and get started. Just like we did for our regular journal entries and for adjusting entries, we are going to be focusing on one line item at a time. So let's start with our consulting revenue. Consulting revenue we should be seeing down here. Good. Now when you are posting any closing entries to the ledger, keep in mind, same thing as usual, you start with the date that the journal entry appeared on, and then your item note is going to be closing. This one in particular happened on the 4th page of the journal, so I'm going to write J4, and then whatever we did in our entry is what we're going to show here. So this first debit and credit column, we know that we debited consulting revenues by $122,000. And then our next step in the second debit and credit columns, those balance columns, is to update the balance. So previous to this entry, we had a balance of $122,000 credit in the account. We just debited it for $122,000, so that took $122,000 away from the balance. So we have an ending balance of 0. And that's what closing entries are supposed to do. They're supposed to close out your temporary accounts, which are revenues, expenses, and dividends for this corporation, to a balance of 0. Once we have posted each one, we're going to go back to the journal and write in the account number in the post-ref column. That's what lets us know that we posted it. Okay. Let's move on to our next one, salary expense. January 31st, this is a closing entry, 4th page of the journal. For salary expense, we credited it for $3,500. So we offset that debit entirely, so it has a 0 balance. Rent expense, similar. Closing entry, 4th page of the journal. We credited it for $6,000, so now it has a 0 balance. Supplies expense, closing entry, 4th page of the journal. It had a it had a credit of $1,000. So now it has a balance of 0. Debit and a credit, offset entirely. Next is our depreciation expense. Closing, 4th page of the journal. We credited it for $700, which means that we have a 0 balance. Advertising expense. We credited it for $13,500. It has a 0 balance. Utilities expense. We credited it for $800. It has a 0 balance. All right, retained earnings is a little different. Keep in mind, we're not closing retained earnings, we're closing to retained earnings. So we're actually increasing the balance in retained earnings by the difference between revenues and expenses, which is actually net income. But just for posting, let's just be a little mechanical here. Same thing as before. Here we credited it for $96,500. It has a $96,500 balance. 36 posted. Our next one is also retained earnings. So we have another closing entry there. We debited it for $10,000. So we had a credit balance of $96,500. We just debited it for $10,000. That's taking away from that balance. So we're left with $86,500 here. And just to kind of show you this $86,500 in retained earnings, if you've been following along in this series, we did our financial statements. It should match the ending retained earnings balance that you showed on your statement of retained earnings and also on your balance sheet. Retained earnings, $86,500. So what the closing entries are doing is they're just essentially updating all of your accounts, or essentially your retained earnings, by the new balance that should be in there. Again, posted. Let's finish up by doing our dividends. Cash dividends common. We credited it for $8,000, so as a zero balance, and cash dividends for preferred. Again, done. Oh, let's post 38 and 39. All right. That is it for posting all of these closing entries to our general ledger. That was step 9 for what we just did. We only have one more step, and that is creating a post-closing trial balance. So I'll save that for the next video. That way we're staying consistent. So until next time, happy studying. Great work.